How's everybody doing? My name is Terrence Smalls. I am a realtor with Coleman Realty, as well as an investor and emerging developer. And I am here with.
Otis Milton, the mortgage millennial.
And so, my question today for someone interested in acquiring property, not for personal use, but as an investor or a developer, how do loan product types vary, I guess, in that regard, as opposed to personal residences?
Great question. Like the topic's really hot. Investing now, a lot of people are more into it. So there are a lot of different programs out there, depending on what your strategy is and what your goals are, right? So let's say someone that's looking to maybe a first-time investor, right? They may not have lots of capital, et cetera. So there's a lot of programs out called, like, for instance, a DSCR loan, right? That's a debt service coverage ratio loan. So that means the debt is going to be serviced by the income that you're going to receive, right?
Okay.
So you're going to purchase a property, and that rent to income is going to cover the actual mortgage. That's a great program because there's no qualifying income for you as an investor, right? So
Yeah.
we're not going to look at any of your personal income. We're simply looking at your FICO score, your down payment, and those programs typically require about a 3 to 6 months reserves, right? They want to make sure if there's a tenant occupancy vacancy issue that you're able to cover that mortgage payment for those couple of months until you get in. So that's probably one of the hottest programs that are out here, especially for your first people that are trying to get in with their flips and not go the hard money route and have such a large interest payment that they're going to have to make. That's out there. And then there's also renovation loan products, right? So if you're buying a piece of property that might need a little bit of love and TLC to kind of get it up to the standard for you to actually receive that type of income, there's tons of programs out there like that now. One in particular that I'm working with right now is where we can actually use income from a short-term rental projection.
Okay.
Right, and that's big, right? Airbnb is big, short-term rental is big, and that has not been something that's been available. Like typically, you haven't been able to use that income unless you had a history of it, and so that's big, man.
Okay. And a follow-up question I have, when you speak to the renovation process, most of the time when someone's renovating a property, it is vacant. Right. In acquiring vacant properties, I guess the rent roll or rent that they're looking for, these are estimations. You don't have to have tenants. You don't have to have active cash flow. Correct. These can be vacant properties, and they'll do an assessment of what the projected rent would be for that property.
Absolutely. So what happens is once you get an offer accepted, you're in escrow, you're going to get an appraisal, right? The appraisal is to determine the value. But what also comes in the appraisal is what's called a rent roll, right? A rent survey, excuse me. And that is going to tell you what the rents are for the units that you're purchasing based on square footage, size, bedroom, bath count in that particular area.
Makes sense.
Right? And so I'll give you a little nugget. There's a website called Rentometer, RENTO meter. Okay. That's what most of the appraisers use. So if you're looking, and you have buyers, right, you're looking for investment properties, you can go on there and you can look up an area and see what properties are renting for in that area. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, one-to-one, et cetera. And that's actually the same website that most appraisers use when they're doing that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. That was helpful. All of you aspiring investors, developers out there are products available for you to get loans. You don't have to be limited to hard money or private capital. So thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to sharing some more information with you.
Thank you.